Hey, Grandpa Mike here. How you guys today? I was just recalling the time that my when my daughter was born, and my wife and I had to go in for a stress test on a weekly basis. So we made a little ritual type of thing where we would go in for the stress test, and immediately we go afterwards. We would go to the sizzler. That way, my wife could get all the fruits and vegetables, and I could get the steak and potato. Anyway, we could, you know, make a day out of it, and you have a choice of basically everything. So on this particular day, we went for the stress test. They told my wife, "You're dilating. You're about to have the baby." And my wife started getting upset because she had her mind set on going to the sizzler. What is this nonsense? I'm about to have a baby. No, I'm hungry. I need to get to the sizzler. So they told us, well, no, before you do anything, don't eat anything, which really ticked her off. But go on over to the clinic, and see the doctor. The doctor meet you there. So we went to the clinic, and sure enough, she was dilating. She had no labor pains behind it or anything else like that. But then the contractions did start. So while we were there with the doctor at the clinic, so everything was perfect timing. And the contractions started, and she jolted, because of the pain. They gave us a room for her to lay down because the baby was trying to crown, and the baby was actually coming. So she was in bed, and I was next to her, seated in a chair next to her. And because of the classes that we had taken previously, I was told, and I've been taught, that once she starts into the pain, you raise up so many fingers, and she would have to go for 3 fingers, for 5 fingers. However many fingers I would hold up, that's how many breaths she would have to take. So I was sitting there, ready on the spot that, I was going to do my part and not a problem. So, but my wife would fall asleep. She would actually wake up in time to have the contractions. I'll be there with my 5 fingers or 4 fingers or whatever. She would breathe and then just doze back off to sleep. I